One of the busiest party strips in Thailand is only a 30-minute drive away from where I'm staying, but naturally that is not why we're here. This unassuming Tailor is just down the road and you can get suits made custom fitted for around 250 quid, which is obviously the price that you get them exactly off the rack in the UK. So had to take the opportunity while I'm in Thailand to get a suit fitted and take you with me for a day in the life not training Muay Thai in Thailand because it's a Sunday. Let's go. I actually got turned away from a famous formal wear company in London called Hawes & Curtis, and he basically said that you can't get a suit made if you're in shape like I am because it requires too many adjustments and you actually butcher the suit. My measurements aren't that unrealistic. It's like 46, is that right? Yeah, 46 chest and 32 waist, so it's not that out of proportion. But my lats are the problem, Jack, because I'm so good at pull-ups, aren't they, mate?
To be fair, I'll give him that one. He has good lats. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Kim bigging up your mates, is there?
Exactly. So what that means is I've got a couple of events this year. I need a black tie for a wedding in Malta, and I also need a tuxedo, and I also need a suit for a couple of formal events this summer. And why spend £500 or more, to be honest, if you can get it done in Thailand for around 100 quid? So that's what we're going to try and do today. So join me for the afternoon. I'm going to take you with me and we'll see how it goes. It is a Sunday afternoon. Currently sat in a restaurant about to smash a lunch. And this place is about a 25-minute drive away from where we're staying in the fitness centre of Phuket, because I'm here for 2 weeks of Muay Thai training to turn from an awful combat sport artist to a moderately awful combat sport artist.
He's really not being wrong. He is awful at the moment.
So yeah, we've taken a little bike ride over mid-afternoon after cracking on with some work this morning, grabbing lunch now, and then we're going to turned Australian for a second there.
Good day, mate.
We're going to head over to a couple of beaches and then get over to the suit shop. Couple of travel tips for you if you are renting a vehicle abroad, and especially in Thailand. Obviously I've rented vehicles all over the world and never needed an international driving license, but here they're a bit more strict on it because obviously the police like to get their pocket money, let's say. So they'll pull you over, and obviously you need helmet on, driving license, and also international driving license. You get them for like 5 quid in your home country. I didn't get one, neither did Jack, and so well, we'll have to blag it if we get stopped by the police, and it's about a 500 baht fine, so which is this much. So obviously if you're paying that every day, it starts to become not ideal. But we will always have helmets on and have our driving licenses, and I've learned a bit of Thai as well to, you know, look like we're not complete English knobs.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny as well because the guy was like, have you got an international driving license? And then when we both said no, he was like, okay. And then just let us rent the bikes anyway. So it's just to give you that peace of mind. And like I said, it's one way to avoid a fine from the police.
We are now at this wonderful park after smashing a beautiful lunch.
Unreal, mate.
Gonna check out the beach and then head over to a couple of nice viewpoints. So we've come to this beach, what's it called? Freedom Beach, and we've come here to get away from the crowd, and it seems like the crowd has come here to get away from the crowd as well. So yeah. We don't know, as Jack rightly said, we don't know how busy the beach will be, or how big it will be rather, so it could spread out the people nicely. But that was a treacherous dirt road for the last few minutes to get down here, and now we're about 5 minutes into a downhill trek on this jungle path, which is actually pretty fun.
Yeah, longest 450 metres, mate.
Yeah. So we've got 2 places to show you.
Who measured it?
Oh, is that what it said on the sign?
Yeah.
We've got 2 places to show you, this being the first, and then we're going to head up to a viewpoint slightly after before we get in to get measured up. Many lizards, eh? Many.
I love a lizard.
And we've made it down. We were right, it is absolutely heaving, loads of people here, but very beautiful beach, so you can see why it became so popular and famous, obviously, before the worst kept secret in Phuket got out. Yeah, beautiful clear water and nice. It's a bit of a cove, nicely surrounded. We're gonna get in, have a little dip, get some pictures, and get in the sun. We've not actually had torsos in the sun yet, so do that now. Get a bit of a tan, and back on the bikes to see the final viewpoint.
Don't know why I did that. It's that scene from I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side. Yeah, great.
And elephants. I'll show you them on the drone. I just recorded. There's elephants over that way and horses this way. Loads of people doing different activities on the beach. We just walked back from Freedom Beach and it was uphill for about 10 minutes straight, and Jack and I reckon that less than 10% of people do that walk without stopping. So I'm just telling you how hard we are, basically. Jack's distracted by the horses.
I am, yeah.
They're beautiful, actually.
Yeah, they are.
And now we went up to another viewpoint, but you had to pay 200 baht to go and see it, so we decided not to. We've come down to this beach instead, and I've just taken the drone up to show you the surroundings. Beautiful Thailand, very busy, this part of Thailand. Like, there's always people around, but it's still beautiful. So we're chilling here by this beach, letting the sweat wick off us in the wind because we were absolutely drenched after that walk up. And it is now 5 to 4, or 3:55, as some people call it. Which means it's time to go and get suits fitted. So we might stop in 7-Eleven and get some more fluids in, and then we're going to head over and get our measurements taken and look at some fabrics. Do you want to look at some fabrics, Jack?
You know me, mate. I love fabrics, textiles. Get it in and amongst it. I love it.
Get it in me.
Get it in me. Inject those textiles into my veins.
See you in a bit, Lana. So straight into the Tailor and greeted with a very warm welcome, which was nice. Jack and I both looking for suits. So I needed a tuxedo and a dark blue normal formal suit, and Jack was looking at something linen potentially. So we selected from all the fabrics, too many fabrics if anything, but got a couple of fabrics selected, and then came the all important time to haggle. Harry was the name of the guy that was sorting us out, and so got the price on the calculator, and he made sure that there was no verbal haggling. We were just typing numbers aggressively into a calculator against each other until we landed on something we wanted. Well, I did at least. Jack decided to leave it because he wasn't as desperate as I was, but I needed that tux and I needed that suit. And I managed to get 4 matching ties out of it, which we'll use as our Atlantic Row team ties at any formal events that we have, which is extremely useful. So then got sized up, Harry did the trousers, and then he got in the tailor to do the upper body. Got this funky little suit. Not really, that outfit's not really working for me, is it? But got the job done. And actually there's going to be 3 fittings, so I'll go back again in 4 days time for fitting number 2, and then final fitting number 3, which I think I pick everything up on as well the week after that. Turned out to be £500 in total for both suits and 4 ties, when if you think, you know, if you're gonna pick up a suit off the rack in the UK, it's gonna cost you 250 quid anyway. So I've essentially got the equivalent of a suit off the rack that would fit perfectly, which obviously I would never find, but completely custom, completely tailored. Got to choose the lapel, the fit, the style, everything about it. So that was extremely successful. And then we had a beautiful sunset cruise through this small town on the outside of Phuket, as we made our 35-minute drive back a different way than we came in the morning. And I decided to brave it and go for a pad thai this afternoon.
You're in for a treat, mate.
My first pad thai of the trip, and it looks fantastic. And Jack's got the cashew nut thing that I got yesterday with extra chicken, so it looks huge. That's a lot.
Is that a lot?
I think it's in there. Mine looks, yeah, mine's in there. You're just waiting on your rice now. Yeah, I got extra chicken in this one too. And I say brave it because I always remember I was in Thailand 5 or 6 years ago, and I loved the pad thais and got one very frequently. And then I've tried to have them at various opportunities in the UK, and what happens is you end up having pad thai in the UK and it sucks. So that's why I was hesitant to get back on them out here, but it was unreal, and I actually got 2, a chicken and prawn initially, and then just a chicken after that. And there's nothing better than that feeling of being back in the room. It's now 8:15 p.m, all showered and ready to, actually I'm gonna do some editing, Jack's gonna do some client work, and then it's Monday tomorrow, so I haven't actually done any work since we landed on Friday, so now I'm gonna actually have to start working. So a bit of work. We were doing some rowing related stuff this morning. So now the plan of action for the next week is going to be half days of training, essentially up at 6:30, training, eating, relaxing until midday, and then midday comes around and basically working depending on when calls are and various things to do through the evening, and maybe a second training session, probably a second training session on a couple of the days as well. That's all to report on. That was fun. We actually had a very successful day, far more successful than Jack and I first thought it would be, because we left the room at 12 after doing a morning of work, but it felt like we were out all day. Those 2 nice beaches, got some good sun, cruised out on the bikes. Jack's an elite level scooter rider now. I'll see you on the next adventure, which is going to be a full day of eating and a little introduction into what life is like when I'm eating and drinking and training Muay Thai. When I say drinking, I mean the excessive amount of fluids and electrolytes that are necessary to survive in this environment. So thank you for watching. See you on the next adventure.
Oh, you want me to say that?
You have to.
Oh, I have to. Like and subscribe.
No, say it with conviction and look at
Please like and subscribe. Adam Radcliffe at YouTube.